The hero's journey is probably the most common story structure in the world. The hero's journey was reverse engineered by Joseph Campbell, who studied mythology his whole life. And he found through all the worlds of mythology, no matter where they came from, no matter when they came from, that they had the same basic structure. He referred to it as the monomyth that he presented in his first book, The Hero with a Thousand Faces, which indicates that in all these myths all around the world, going all the way back to ancient times, prehistoric times, each of these mythologies has the same basic archetype for the hero with a thousand faces. Now, the hero's journey is in three basic stages: the orphan stage, the wandering hero stage, and the warrior hero stage. In the orphan stage, the hero is a literal orphan. They're living with people other than their parents. They feel they have this deep purpose in life. They feel they're supposed to do something, but they're not quite sure what. They're aware that there's a much more exciting world out there than their comfortable life that they're living with their non-parental family. But they're not quite confident enough to get out there and create that life on their own. They're just kind of waiting around. It's boring, it's safe, it's comfortable, but they're not quite strong enough to create the life they want. And then something happens. Something forces them out of this comfort zone onto the wandering hero path. They're forced onto a journey. And on the wandering hero path, they learn new skills. They make new friends. They start to discover what their unique talents and gifts are. And they're kind of stumbling along the way. And then they transition into the warrior hero phase. And the warrior hero phase is when they finally discover their purpose. They finally discover what they're supposed to do with their life. And that is to fight against some monster that's going to destroy their friends and family. They've met some friends that are worth protecting, that are worth dying for. And their purpose is now more important than life itself, to fight against this demon, this monster, this antagonist of the story. And everybody knows that fight is coming. The bad guy knows the fight is coming. The hero knows the fight is coming. The audience knows the fight is coming. And then they crush the demon, they crush the bad guy, they crush the antagonist. And they come back a conquering hero and get all kinds of praise and recognition from society. So why this basic structure? Why does this basic structure exist in most mythological stories and even modern Hollywood blockbusters and best-selling novels? Well, it matches perfectly with the ancient hunter-gatherer life way, the way they lived their lives. You can say the hunter-gatherer life was in three distinct phases. The orphan stage, and it felt like an orphan stage because most of the men of the tribe were always out hunting, always looking for food, and the women and the children would kind of follow them along. So they always felt separated, so it's easy to see how they felt like orphans. But then when they were old enough to hunt, when they couldn't slack off anymore, when they had to help produce things to eat, they were forced onto the wandering hero path where they had to learn new skills. They had to make new friends. They had to use tools like stone tools, hunting tools, sharpened sticks, spears, etc. But then when they transitioned into the warrior phase, after they'd learned a sufficient amount of skills, they knew what their purpose was: to become a great hunter, to kill a big animal and provide for the tribe and get the hero's welcome, the hero's recognition. And that battle, the hunter versus the big animal, was the most important battle of their life. More important than life itself. That's when the adrenaline rushes and you see the woolly mammoth and you think, this is what I'm here for. This is my purpose. This is why I exist, to kill that animal and feed my tribe and get the hero's welcome. So it's pretty clear to see how this story structure would fit an ancient hunter-gatherer lifestyle. But why is this story structure still so compelling today? Why do we find it in most movies and books? Particularly the orphan phase. We're not technically orphans. Nobody really feels like an orphan. But why are modern heroes still the orphan hero archetype? Harry Potter was an orphan. Luke Skywalker was an orphan. Clarice from Silence of the Lambs was an orphan. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, was an orphan. Chuck Bartowski was an orphan. Why do we still identify with this orphan hero archetype? Maybe because we feel the same way. You probably feel the same way. The orphan character, the orphan archetype, knows they have a great purpose in life. You feel that you have a great purpose in life. You feel that you're here for a specific reason. You have this deep inkling that you're supposed to do something besides just go to work and make money. You know there's more to life than what you're being told. You have this deep suspicion that you have a great purpose in life. And so the idea of being forced onto a journey is very compelling to us. But in real life, we don't really have anyone to compel us onto a journey. This is something you have to do yourself, to force yourself onto your own hero's journey. But most people will never do that. Most people will spend their life waiting around, being told what to do, waiting for someone to come in and help them go on their journey. But that's not going to happen. It happened in ancient times, and it might have happened up to about 50 years ago, but in modern society, that's probably not going to happen. Which means you have to do this yourself. You have to think of what you want to be when you grow up. You have to chase your ambition. You have to create an ambition and chase your ambition. So what do you want in life? What is your great purpose? If you imagine far, far into the future, when you're lying on your deathbed and you're looking back over your life, what is your greatest accomplishment? What great thing did you do that served society, that got you the hero's reception, the hero's admiration, the hero's respect? What is it that you will build with your life? How will you serve society greatest with your life's greatest accomplishments? You know you're supposed to do something. And you're probably waiting to be told by somebody else what that is, like everybody else is waiting to be told by somebody else what that is. But that's not going to happen. You have to do that yourself. You have to force yourself onto your own hero's journey. But there's a flip side to this, and that is everybody, like we said, is waiting for someone to tell them what to do. So why not be the one to tell them what to do? Psychological experiments show that they put 10, 20 people in a room, and they give them a task, and they say, okay, group of strangers that don't know each other, please complete this task. And most people, 90% of people, look around and think, well, will somebody tell me what to do? And this is what most people's response is in an unfamiliar situation. Somebody tell me what to do. That means most people today are stuck in the orphan phase, and they will be stuck in the orphan phase their entire lives. So why not be the person to help them go on their hero's journey? Be the person to lead them. Be the person to be the authority in their lives. This requires that you be the authority in your own life. This requires that you create an ambition that you can follow with as much courageous confidence and charisma as you can. So what is your ambition? What will you achieve in your life? Create a frame around your life, and that frame will be incredibly compelling to other people. People that are stuck in the orphan phase will gravitate to a strong-framed person. People that are stuck in an orphan phase will love to be around a strong-framed person. So create your frame of your life. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone and onto your hero's journey. Be the hero of your own story that you write every day with your behaviors and the conversations you have with other people. This is your life. Don't let it slip through your fingers by staying stuck in the orphan stage and waiting for someone that's not going to come. Push yourself outside of the orphan stage onto the wandering hero phase and then onto the warrior hero phase. Who is the great monster that you will kill in your life? Who is the great demon? Who is the great antagonist that you will destroy in your life? Create your own hero's journey and become the hero of your life and become the hero of everybody else's life. That is your mission, should you choose to accomplish it, should you choose to accept it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you'd like to learn more about how to live a successful life and go on your own hero's journey, check out the links below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.